Good evening, everybody. Tonight, what are we opening up tonight? A little bit of memorabilia and some Allen and Ginter baseball. That's what we've got on tap at the moment. So we usually break in the order that things end on eBay, so we're going to do that same thing tonight, which means we'll be opening our memorabilia first, and then Allen and Ginter will come after that. And Chad, of course, is not coming up on my iPad. I don't know why my iPad has been so difficult lately. It's given me a hard time, so I can't see you yet in chat, but I'm working on it. In the meantime, I need to get our spreadsheet up and running here so we can take a look who is in break number 1, which is going to be our
You've got mail.
Autographed football jersey. Just give me 1 second here, and I'm going to get that switched up for us.
File's
and
done.
We'll be, of course, putting that spreadsheet up before every break. So if you're not in this break, spreadsheet will go up again in front of your break. And for some reason, it's not showing up. So bear with me here. I'm just trying to reload it. Normally it stays kind of loaded, but for some reason tonight it wasn't. So first up, 2017 Leaf Autographed Football Jersey. This is break number 8, meaning it is the 8th time that we have broken this particular product. And of course our eBay end date is tonight. Our live stream schedule, that's right now. And we have team names on one side, winning bidders across from them. Anything that you see tonight that says no bids buyback, well, that's just an unloved, unwanted orphan team, and if anything should happen to come out for that team, it would stay here with me. And yeah, I think that's all that we have to know tonight, other than chat is up now. So if you do want to say anything in chat, I will be able to see it. I think I've got that upside down, don't I? Yeah. Shipping wise on this stuff, this is probably about a Friday kind of shipping date. It's possible that it could get out a day ahead. It's also possible, oh, this is a nice one. It's also possible that it could fall into Saturday. How about a little Deshaun Watson, guys? That's a nice one. And I'm not even taking this one out of the bag, but you can, if I can get it at the right angle, there we go. Now you can see the signature on there. Here's our little COA in the bag, the little Beckett certificate, and there's its little sticker that matches it. And so nice jersey hit with the Deshaun Watson. So congrats on that. That's a nice way to start things off tonight. And for some reason, I do not know why my iPad is being so very difficult tonight. It is really giving me fits. I think I just need a newer one. I've had that one a while, and maybe it's just tired. Like all of us are. It's just tired. All right, guys. Next up is a 2017 Leaf Autographed Mini Football Helmet. This will be the 10th time that we have broken the Leaf 2017 Mini Helmet. And same format as before. You're going to see team names on one side and your name up in lights across from it as the winning bidder. And let's see if we have as good a luck with the mini helmet as we had with our jersey, because that Deshaun Watson was a nice way to start the night. And did I switch your view over? Yes, I did. Good. Okay, there for a minute. My iPad, again, of course, is running behind. So it was showing something different, and I got a little concerned there for a minute that I hadn't switched the view. But then it caught up with us. All right, Leaf Mini Helmet. Let's see what we've got. Some Leaf full-size helmets coming pretty soon. They were actually due out last week, and last month, at the very end of last month, and they never did come out, and they moved the release date, and now I think it's maybe towards the end of this month. Our helmet, this guy's looking for a job right now. There's a little Colin Kaepernick is our mini helmet. You can see, of course, there's the label across the top, but there's the signature on the Kaepernick. And the COA is down inside there. Looks like it's a PSA DNA COA. And this is kind of weird, but on the bottom, you see it's kind of, the bottom of the box is kind of weird. Like part of the bottom of the box appears to be gone, but yet that's how it came out of the other box. So I don't know what that is about, but anyway, it is a Colin Kaepernick signed mini helmet. So that is heading off to the 49ers. That's going to bring us up to a baseball jersey break. And let's get that spreadsheet up and running here. And I think I might have just accidentally messed that up. So let's try that one more time. There we go. And this is a 2017 Hit Parade autographed baseball jersey. This is the 5th time that we have broken a Hit Parade autographed jersey. And again, same format that you're accustomed to having seen on the others. Anything that says no bids buyback, again, will come out and hang out and stay here with me. Anything else that has your bidder name across from it, well, it'll go out to whoever has our team that comes out of here. And then after we do the baseball jersey, we will be jumping into the half case of Allen and Ginter baseball. And we're going to be starting a brand new case with that tonight. So what I will do is take all of the boxes out, and then we will label each of those on the end and let random.org choose which ones we open tonight. And our jersey is Giambi, which I probably did not say right, but you know who we're talking about. And there is the signature, of course. There's our little PSA DNA sticker up there at the top. I'm trying to see stuff in this plastic. That light gets kind of a bit of a glare on it. And then there is the paper COA for it as well. I'm not even going to attempt to take this out of the bag. You guys know most of the time, unless I need to these days, I leave them in the bag because it's like a map. Once you unfold that thing, holy Moses, it's hard to it's really hard to get it back in there for whatever reason. So give me 1 second, and then we're going to put up the spreadsheet for Allen and Ginter. I just want to get this case over here ready to go. And I want to check one other thing here, because you know what, we may have to take that out of there, because I think that was that looked like a Yankees jersey, but you know, I did kind of forget that Jason did play for some other teams, so we may have to just double check that real quick. So let me make sure that is what I think it is. We may have to take it out. It really wasn't what I wanted to do, but of course he played for, gosh, who all did he play for? Like the Yankees, the A's, the Indians. I mean, he played for a lot of different teams. So let's just see if this has any kind of, man, I know I'm never going to get this folded back. So yeah, it is New York. That's kind of what I thought that it was going to be, but I wanted to make sure, so I apologize to you guys who are getting this that I had to unfold your jersey here, but just because I knew he had played for several teams, I wanted to be 100% sure. Now your little certificate, now that we have opened this up, I will have that little certificate will be inside the folds of the jersey. So when you get it, you know, it all is in this sealed plastic bag. So it'll be in there somewhere, but look for it in the folds of the jersey is what my recommendation would be on that. And make sure you don't throw anything away until you have it. Occasionally we have one that comes out without any little paper certificate and only the sticker, but most of the time they have both. So this is, the next breakup is a half case, which is going to be 6 boxes, 2017 Topps Allen and Ginter Baseball. This is, of course, break number 5, half case break number 5. And this is our final case. So we have half of it tonight. The back half of it is, I think, Friday night. It's already listed, but I think it is Friday night. And then that'll be all the Allen and Ginter that we have. So just what we have left, and then we will be out of it. And this is a monster case here, so of course, you know, there's a lot of base cards in Allen and Ginter, so it's a big heavy box to get all this in here. And again, what I'm doing is taking out all 12 of our boxes that are in this case, and then we will number each of them on the end, and random will choose for us which 6 we open tonight, because of course we do have a hot box somewhere in this case where all of the base cards have that kind of hollow foil finish. So we do have a hot box somewhere in here, and we should have a couple of rip cards somewhere in here as well. So whenever we have case hits, I prefer to take everything out and let random help us determine which ones we open up in any given break. That way it just keeps it all very transparent and above board, and there's no having to worry about how we decided which ones came out. So there we are, numbered 1 through 12 on the end. So let's buzz over here to random and figure out which ones we're going to open up tonight. All right. I better write this down because I probably won't remember all of these if I don't. All right, so we have, or actually maybe I'll just circle them on the end. So we have 1, 6, 2, 4, 8, and 5. 4, and there's 5, and there's 8. Okay. That ought to do it. So now we have them circled on the end, and then I don't have to worry about it. So let me just set our other boxes aside, and the ones obviously that were not chosen by random tonight will be opened in the back half of this break. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, just double checking that we have the right number of everything. And so I did get a call today that Onyx Platinum Elite is on the way. So that, again, that's another product that was originally supposed to come out already, like a week or so ago, that for whatever reason didn't come out, or at least where I bought it didn't have it yet. And so they finally have it, and they're going to be, they shipped it out today, I think, which means I will get it Wednesday. But I already had stuff listed, of course, so we'll probably break it on probably about this time next week. Maybe Sunday, but probably more like this time next week. And of course, that's the one that's got several of our hot current prospects in it. It also has a lot of our former prospects in it, like Rafael Devers, and a bunch of those guys are in there. And then I think they also have some buyback cards, which the buyback cards just are from prospects from previous years, as well as maybe some current prospects. I'm not 100% clear on that, and maybe even some people who were prospects and are no longer, that are current rookies. And those, the buybacks, I think are case hits, and they're going to come in from any manufacturer. It won't necessarily be an Onyx Platinum Elite card. It'll just be, could be anybody, you know, could be Topps, could be Panini, etc. So I don't know why my iPad is really struggling tonight. Are you guys having any problems on your side with the break? I mean, my primary device that I'm watching looks okay, but the iPad is really just acting strangely. So if anybody is logged in, can you just jump into chat and just say, you know, thumbs up, thumbs down, yay or nay? You can see it, it's going okay, or it's not, or whatever. Seems fine to you. Okay, good. Thank you, Trooper. I suspected it was just the stupid iPad, but I wasn't 100% sure until you confirmed. So thank you, guys. I don't know why it has been so, it's really been difficult to watch it on there, because the last couple of months it's been acting up. And I don't know what causes it. I think I just will pause it perhaps. That way that'll keep the chat window up, but I don't then have to watch the video, which is not in sync with what's happening in real time, because it's screwed up at the moment. Ooh, I see a redemption hiding in there. At least I'm pretty sure that's a redemption. Could be Cody Bellinger. Could be Ian Happ. Could also be some non-baseball celebrity. I mean, we got lots of things that it could be. But we have pulled a Bellinger redemption out of Allen and Ginter. So I know that's one of them. And it would be a full-size card, which is kind of unusual. Most of the Ginter, of course, is minis that are signed, framed minis. Oh, you think that if I take the iPad back to factory default, that it'll clear it up? Okay, I might have to try that then, because it is several years old. It's the first iPad Air. So, of course, since then there's been the second iPad Air and the iPad Pro, and we may even be another generation beyond that. I don't know. But I use it mostly for, just like the apps and keeping up with the news and things like that. But I do like to use it in the break to have a second place to watch to make sure that everything is looking okay. So that's really the main time I need it to work. And, of course, that's the main time it's acting all stupid. All right, so what we're going to do on our minis, you see that I shake those out of the packs as we go. That's because if I don't, they have a tendency to kind of slide out, which I'm not a fan of. I don't want them sliding out. And even though there is a brake mat there, I still don't like them flying out on their own. So we look at all the minis first. We're going to look at the fronts of each of them. And then after we look at the front of each, of course, as you saw, I will then flip it over and we'll look at the back for any that we might find that are hand numbered or short printed. And I think I need to take the camera off of autofocus as well. Let's adjust that a little bit because it's not picking up the minis very well. That ought to be better. This is for magicians and illusionists. This is one of our world's dudes. That's Violin Dude. That, of course, this will go to the non-baseball celebrity category. And this goes to Bust a Move, the dance category. You guys probably knew all that already, but we do have, of course, each of those listed as their own categories. So for that reason, I did want to make sure that we call out what is what as we go along. I also do sort those, semi-sort them. I set them in separate little piles as we go along in case whoever has that category wants to review their stuff at the end or anything like that. Otherwise, there's quite a bit of base in here, so we just kind of buzz through it. The short prints in this set are 301 to 350. This is World's Fair. But of course, even though they are 301 to 350 and they are short prints according to the checklist, they're not super short. They're not what you would think of when you traditionally think of a top short print, which is fairly scarce. These, in a half case, we may see the same short print card multiple times. So So while they are still short prints, they're not super short prints. We'll find a bunch of these buyback cards as well. They're all going to be stamped with Rediscover tops, and that can be in different colors. There's a gold, there's a silver, that one is a blue one, obviously. There's, I don't even remember how many colors there are, but all those buyback cards are usually in there in addition. So they're extra cards. They don't replace an Allen and Ginter card. They're just an extra card that Topps adds in. Oh, here's our first hit, and it's headed to the Red Sox. Have a little relic there from Xander Bogaerts for the Boston Red Sox to get us started off. Here's our redemption. Oh, it's Kris Bryant. Nice one. Nice one, nice one. Mini autograph black frame parallel. That's a really nice hit for the Cubs. Really nice. Of course, we will checklist verify that, but I think we all know that Kris Bryant's going to be a hit for the Cubs, but I do checklist verify all the redemptions, as you guys know. But wow, Kris Bryant with the black frame parallel, that is a nice little hit, guys. Another one of our buybacks. Revolutionary Battles. I think that's the first one of those we've seen come through tonight, but we will see a bunch more of them. They will be plentiful as the night goes on, or at least typically they are. I'm going to assume that tonight would not be any different. At various points tonight, you'll see me pick up these stacks back there, and I will move them. When they get too tall, I'm going to move them off to the right. There are additional mats over to my right in what I use as a sorting area. And so when you see me pick those stacks up and move them of cards that we've already looked at, that's where they're going. This is what your Kris Bryant will look like. Of course, it'll be framed and it'll be autographed, but that's what the black frame, black border parallel looks like. Next week we have, I think it is next week, I'm pretty sure it is next week, Clearly Authentic comes out. And I kind of thought I knew what that was, because we were talking about it last night, and then somebody typed in and said, no, that's a buyback product. It's like Honors or like Replay. And I'm like, no, I don't really think it is. Have I got it confused with something else? And so then I convinced myself that I did have it confused with something else. And so I looked it up last night, and I didn't have it confused. It is what I thought it was. It's a brand new product, and it's going to have everything is an on-card signature. They're acetate cards. They are encased. All of them will be encased, and they looks to be a pretty nice product overall. And apparently they do have some, there will be not really buyback, but there will be some cards that are reprints, but they're case hits. There's only one or two of them in the case. And it'll be, like Derek Jeter and things like that, where maybe they've reprinted one of his older cards, but it still will be hand signed and encased, and obviously on the acetate. So it's going to be pretty cool, I think. Gary Stevens, jockey, that will go, of course, to the non-baseball celebrity category, as will Stephen A. Smith. So they'll probably put the checklist up for Clearly Authentic sometime in the next couple of days, and that'll give us a better idea of who's going to be in it. But just looking at the sales sheet, it looks to be a pretty nice product. And everything encased is always nice. It is just one card per box, and then I think it's a 20 box case, as a matter of fact. So it'll be a good sized case, but one card per box. And they do have a lot of one parallels in there, at least according to the sales sheet, as well as some other parallels in various colors. That'll be numbered to something different, of course. This is starting our second box of the 6 that we're going to be opening tonight. And of course, this is always the worst part of it. Just getting everything out of here is the most time consuming, getting all the packs opened up. It delays our gratification a little bit, which is a drag. Everybody wants to know. I want to know right now. At least I do. I want to know like right away. I don't want to wait and have to take them all out of the packs. Box topper here is Mr. Buster Posey for the Giants. We've also got the back half of a case of Stadium Club, which I believe ends on Wednesday night. And that's the last of Stadium Club as well. And of course I've got Topps Chrome listed, but we have more Topps Chrome, even beyond what's already listed. So there will be more of that to come. Right now it's listed in half cases, but I will be listing some full cases as well. So whenever you're checking those auctions out, just make sure you look at the quantity if you want to know if it's a half case or a full case. And some older stuff that I found. I was working on inventory of some stuff this weekend, and I found all kinds of things that I really didn't even remember that I had. Some of it I remembered, some of it I had forgotten about. It's things that, you know, at one point I was going to pair with something else, and then I never got to something else, or I was breaking it, and then something new came out, and I switched off and started breaking something else. So, you know, there's all kinds of weird reasons, but anyway, you will start seeing a lot of that stuff popping up beginning later this week and running really probably on into next week, and maybe even the following week. There'll be a lot of that kind of odds and ends stuff showing up in the listings. We've got some Elite Extra Edition from 2015 and 2016, and some 2012 Jumbos, and a bunch of other stuff. I'm just kind of sorting these into what category they are as we go, and then of course we're still going to look at the backs of all of them. I love the minis. Minis make me very happy. That's a non-baseball celebrity, of course. This one is Required Reading. Another Bust a Move. And several of these categories did have bids tonight. And that's World's Dudes, which is the other reason I want to kind of show them as they go. Magicians and Illusionists. Of course, Sport Fishing Lures, you guys know what that looks like as we go along. There was the Giant Panda, which shows up occasionally, randomly. There's a Judge Rookie. Whoa! Joe Musgrove tried to take off on me, but I caught him. He tried to jump ship on us. That's non-baseball celebrity, of course. Anything, obviously, that's not a baseball player that has a person on it that doesn't say bust a move or one of the other listed categories goes into that big non-baseball celebrity category, which has been doing in other breaks really pretty well. Has had a lot of hits for it. Yes, the baseball jersey, the football jersey, and the mini helmet were all right up at the top of the break. So are you asking about the football jersey, or are you asking about the baseball jersey? Because we did one of each, definitely not Aaron and Nick. This is for the Pirates, of course, with a little relic hit there. Another World's Fair. Yeah, anytime you guys are bidding on memorabilia, the memorabilia is almost always at the front of the break. And those, of course, are super fast. So, like, if the break starts at 10, the memorabilia is going to be done probably by 10:01 or 10:02. So, unless for some reason, you know, I had to start a minute or two late. The football jersey came out for Deshaun Watson. So it was a nice hit on the football jersey tonight. You are very welcome. Did you have it? Was that you? Or I don't know what team. I don't know what team you had. Definitely not Aaron and Nick. Really, we've had some very nice hits come out of the Leaf jerseys, and really the Leaf mini helmets have been really pretty good all year. So I'm very much looking forward to the full-size autographed Leaf football helmets that'll be out in a couple weeks. And we'll blaze a trail with those when they come out. We'll open probably a couple of cases of them, so once they get here, we'll be rolling. That was, of course, one of our dudes. That was Ornithology Dude, I believe it said. And once again, we'll flip through the back of our minis to look for any sort of hand-numbered or variation on the back. Whoops, that guy is he doesn't go in the baseball player stack. Here's our next relic. Cubs with another hit. This one, Javier Baez for the relic hit. Of course, you know what? Once you got the Chris Bryant, I think the Cubs are probably pretty happy with this break. Ooh, I see a rip card lurking. I see the edge of it. Oh, and it's for the Mariners. How about that? Mariners with a little rip card action. Number 13 of 60 on the Ken Griffey Jr. So that's a nice hit. We hit a Mariners rip card the other night too. So we've hit a couple of, in past breaks, we've hit a Mariner, we've hit a couple of Yankees, we've hit a couple of Mets. And tonight another Mariner with Ken Griffey Jr. So Ah, Edward, that must be your hit, yes? Because I see like four exclamation points after that. So I'm thinking, Edward, that is your rip card that we just pulled. Am I right? That was worth the price of admission then, if so. Although I don't know what's inside that one. Do you guys know? Does anybody know what's on the inside of the Ken Griffey Jr.? Sometimes, you know, people have ripped them open and we know by now, but I haven't looked any of that stuff up, so I don't know what's inside any of these at this point. Well, but I meant like what player? Do you know, Edward, what player is inside? Who is inside, I should say. No? Oh, so it is, it's random? Okay. Because sometimes, you know, you find that there's a disproportionate kind of number of something. So, you know, for instance, if you see 5 Babe Ruth rip cards that have been ripped open and 3 of the 5 have, you know, Chris Bryant in them, then you figure you got pretty good odds pulling Chris Bryant. But, oh, you collect Ken Griffey too. Oh, wow. Well, that is awesome. So you're not going to rip into it. Well, I don't blame you. There's Corey Seager for the Dodgers on our box topper. Yeah, I don't know, man, if I had... Oh, we're going to have our hot box here, too. I don't know if I had the rip card, if I would have the discipline to not rip into it. I think I would probably rip into it at some point if it were in my house long enough. I think every case of Allen and Ginter that we have opened, I'm pretty sure that we've had the hot box in the first half of the case, which is kind of weird. Oh, you saw an Aaron Judge rip card pulled last night. Nice. That made somebody really happy, I expect. Trying to think, one of the Babe Ruth, the very first Babe Ruth, or the very first Yankee I pulled as a rip card was Babe Ruth, but I can't remember who the second Yankee was, and it was just, might have been Luke. Was it Luke? No. I don't know who it was. I can't remember who was on the second Yankee rip card that we pulled. But it wasn't Aaron Judge, anyway. But yeah, one of those is, well, really, honestly, pulling Aaron Judge anything is almost like printing money right now, isn't it? It's crazy. He's still very hot, as is Cody Bellinger. You know, they're both doing quite well on secondary market. But you know what we have not found in our other cases? We have not found an Aaron Judge in this hollow foil out of one of the hot boxes. So hopefully he'll be in here tonight, but we haven't found one yet. Our mini is stuck. Come out of there, please, Mini. Yeah, it's kind of weird, though, that Random every single time managed to get the hot box out of the first half of the case. And kind of unusual, but, you know, I mean, that is what randomness is all about. You never know where it's going to show up, and kind of interesting to me, though. All right, let's take a look at our minis. This, of course, that one is Constellations, and it's Scorpius is that particular constellation. A magician, a dude, of course, that was a non-baseball celebrity with the announcer, or whatever she was that went by. I think she was an announcer. Or commentator, something like that. You guys know what I mean. And once again, we'll flip over and look at the back of all those just to... I've never seen any of the ones that aren't you know, celebrity or baseball player hand numbered, but you never know, so it's always worth looking. So all the base cards in this box, since it's the hot box, of course, the pictures are going to be that nice little hollow foil color image there in the back, which is pretty cool. Another buyback. There's Moncada. I would like for us to find Aaron in here, though, since he hasn't been in our other hot boxes. Like to find him in here. There's Gurriel. Lots of our non-baseball celebrities popping up in here. And there's World's Fair. Rod Carew, that's a nice one. That's another lure. A little Manny Machado relic for the Orioles. That's a nice little hit. Buyback. Alex Gordon. We pulled a Stephen A. Smith autograph. Well, it was a redemption, but a Stephen A. Smith redemption. There he is. See, ask and we shall receive. There's our little Aaron Judge rookie out of the hot box that wasn't in any of our other hot boxes, but he's in this one. So yay, Aaron, for coming out of the hot box when we asked for him. I know, of course, you're still looking for a signature or a relic, but that's better than a straight-up base, too. So it's nice to have a little extra something. Another hit for the Red Sox with Stephen Wright autographed mini. So the Red Sox with a couple of hits now. I went my man Joey Votto. And Dansby went by. I saw where they moved Piscotty back down to the minors today. I was a little surprised at that. I mean, he has been having a bit of a hard time, but I really wasn't expecting them to move him back down to the minors, but they did. Been kind of a weird year. I mean, Schwarber got sent back down, Dansby got sent back, Piscotty got sent back. But I mean, you know, Dansby's a little more expected, I guess, since he's first year. When you get into some of these second year guys and stuff, it's not as expected to see them sent back down, but hopefully not for long. And this is the end of box number 3 that we're working on finishing up right here. It's another dude, required reading. Of course, the first one was non-baseball celebrity. We'll just look at the backs of all of them as we go as well. And then our dude, Polish Prince dude. William Shatner. George Springer relic for the Astros. So this is the last of our little hot box here. But we did find our Aaron Judge, so I am happy about that. Now we just need a nice signature hit to go along with it, and we'll be in good shape, won't we? Of course, there's so many nice hits, signature hits that you can pull out of Allen and Ginter. It doesn't have to be Aaron Judge. I just want to pull something big. Of course, Chris Bryant's pretty good hit. You know, that Chris Bryant's pretty solid. I shouldn't be complaining after that. Whenever you get your packages, always make sure you look for your box loaders. It's usually going to be in a sleeve and a top loader, but like an oversized one, a 5x7. There's a little Dansby for the Braves. So, you know, it won't be, I mean, it's in the same envelope clearly as your cards, but yet out loose, not obviously in a team bag or anything like that. So, I always worry that people will forget they pulled a box loader and they'll just, like, chuck the envelope without realizing that it's in there. Because sometimes, you know, if you bid on a lot of breaks, a bunch of stuff shows up at once, you kind of forget what you got where sometimes, or at least I do. I finally, last year, I started making notes in eBay. You know how, like, if you go into my eBay and you go into the items you've won, or I think it maybe says purchase history or something now. I may not say items I've won anymore, but whatever. It shows you the list of stuff that you have, that you've won. And there's a place in there where you can edit to add a note. So I got to where I started as soon as well, good grief. As soon as I finished watching a break, I would go in and edit and add a note with the major things that I was expecting. Or like if I hit nothing, you know, I'd just put like hit nothing or only base or whatever. But that way I could keep track of what I was supposed to be getting, because towards the end of the year when I had a little bit more free time, I was buying into multiple breaks every single day, and, you know, mailman would come, and of course it was the holiday time, but it felt like Christmas every day. The mailman bringing me, you know, multiple packages. It's like, yeah. Computer keeps wanting to go into sleep mode. I keep having to reach over there and give it a little love tap to keep it happy and awake. Excuse me. Oh, there's one of our hand numbered. Speak of the devil, right here it is, Brandon Finnegan for my Cincinnati Reds, and that is number 3 of 25. So cool little hit for the Reds, a little bonus there. And we have a bust a move here with the Tango, a Magician, and a Dude. Oh, we've had a relic from this guy before. This is like the Mile Beer Runner or something. Or Beer Mile Runner. Okay, I got it backwards. Corey Bellamore. And that, of course, goes to non-baseball celebrity category. Zimmerman almost made an escape. But at the last minute, he was thwarted. Big Poppy. If anybody happened to jump in late, I did announce earlier that my expectation is that this will go out on Friday. If I can get it out to you earlier, I will. If, it's always possible it could run a day late and go out Saturday as well, but I'm expecting Friday. So there's another Stephen A. Smith redemption. I say another. The other one came out of a different case, but anyway, we have seen it before. And that Stephen A. Smith redemption will go to the non-baseball celebrity bidding category tonight. Every time I see that little edge of a redemption, I'm hoping it's Bellinger or Ian Happ. And then, of course, I was happy when it was Chris Bryant. That was a good one. Not as exciting to find Stephen A. Smith. Well, at least not for me. Might be for somebody else. Might love Stephen A. Smith. Trooper, you are unusually quiet tonight. I'm used to you jumping into chat and sharing things. You're so quiet tonight. Well, I can't get that. There we go. I think that was going to come out there. Kirby Smart, I think is who that is. That must be another constellation. Well, may as well stack. May as well keep the baseballs together. Okay, that is constellations, and it is upside down. Let's try that again. Aquarius on that constellation. One of our national park kind of deals. Mr. Kirby Smart, a dude, and required reading. Now our baseball players, but of course we already found our card that was hand numbered to 25 on the back, and I'm only accustomed to finding one of those per case. Oh, you're having to watch on your iPhone. Well, I don't blame you then. It's a pain to try to do chat when you're on the iPhone. Yeah, well, that makes sense. Yeah, I need to get a new router. Well, I don't really need to get a new router. I'm going to rephrase that. I want to get a new router because I don't think that, my signal's fine for where I do this because it's right practically next to the router. But there's some parts of the house that I don't think get as strong a signal as they could, or maybe as they should. So I've been kind of looking at a new router option myself. The hit from this box, Stephen A. Smith was one of them. And the Beer Mile Runner, didn't the Beer Mile Runner come out of this box too? Stephen A. Smith definitely came out of this box. I think the Beer Mile Runner came out of here. And then here's Freddie Freeman for the Atlanta Braves. Oh, your router's okay, but your wife unplugged the router. Okay. She's having a fit. Oh, I bet she wouldn't like you saying that. But, yeah, I understand. But I want to get, of course, you know, I've had my router's DOCSIS 3, has been ever since that came out. But, of course, now they're getting ready to come out with, is it DOCSIS? I can't even remember. Is it 3.5? I mean, it's something weird. Like, I don't think it went to DOCSIS 4. I think it went to 3.5 or whatever. So if I get a new one, obviously I want that one. But then the dumb cable company I'm with hasn't authorized any of those routers yet. So you can't use them until they authorize them. So I'm just kind of like, let's go on with what I have. For the time being, anyway. Until I guess Spectrum decides what they're going to do. Which we were Time Warner, which was bad enough. And now we're Spectrum. And whew, that's a nightmare. Not a fan of Spectrum. A little Giancarlo Stanton for the Marlins. Oh, really? Cincinnati Bell changed your router and it was worse? What'd they change you to? I mean, did they change you to whatever it is, DOCSIS? I think it is 3.5 or something. I just remember thinking it was weird when I saw it. I was like, why wouldn't it have just gone to 4 or something? Well, that's not good if it's worse. But, you know, I buy my own. I don't get the router from the cable company. I never have. Because they always seem like they never were giving out ones that I thought were the better ones on the market. And because obviously, you know, I do live streaming and things that require a lot of bandwidth, I preferred to have, you know, the best that I could get at any given time. So I always have just bought my own. My mom, on the other hand, she has one from the cable company. And it gives her fits all the time. They've traded it out for twice in the last 6 months. And I think they might finally have her fixed. Oh, yes, it does sound like if you have to turn all your stuff on twice to get a picture, that's, yeah. It does not sound like Cincinnati Bell did a very good job with your upgrade. I will agree with you on that. And your third router since the upgrade. Wow. Okay, that's not good either. What brand is it? Sometimes they use weird brands, too, with the cable company, which I'm also not a fan of. This, of course, is box number 5 that we're taking out of the wrappers and getting lined up at the moment. We will look at our baseball players first and then our little collection of dudes and whatnot second. Why is everybody trying to slide off these stacks tonight? I don't know what is going on. These cards are trying to fly all over the place. And we have a little bust to move with Break Dancer. Non-baseball celebrity, another non-baseball celebrity, and some required reading. Harriet Tubman's getting ready to be on what, the $20 bill? Is that right? Or they put her on the 10? I don't know. She's getting ready to be on some dollar bill, but I don't remember the denomination. Have a little hit for the Yankees, but it's not the hit you want. You got a Tanaka relic. But at least Yankees, you're on the board anyway, but I know that's not the one you... There they go again. I know that's not the hit you wanted. But we still have a little ways to go, so we may yet find your Aaron Judge. There's a little Ryan Braun for the Brewers. Man, it seems like there's been a lot of Sport Fish and Lure in here tonight, doesn't it? Just seems like there has been anyway. Revolutionary Battle. I want to pull a fictional character relic as well. That's one of the other things I want. I want to pull some unicorn hair or Bigfoot hair. Santa Claus suit. You know, all the fictional character relics are pretty cool. I would like to pull one of those. I also want to pull the Gems and Fossils. We haven't pulled one of those yet either. Like one of the shark's teeth or something. When I was growing up, we went to the beach pretty much every year, and I always used to like looking for shark's teeth along the shore. It's always my little thing. I don't know whatever happened to all those. I had them for years, all those little shark's teeth that I had found, and I don't know where they went, but they are gone. Oh, wow. Somebody pulled a dino tooth out of the Gems and Fossils. That would have been awesome. Oh, I would love that. Yeah, I would like very much to find Gems and Fossils, and I would like very much to find fictional character relics. Well, really, any of the stuff that's, you know, not super common is obviously what we're always looking for, but just personally, I think those would be cool. But the dino tooth, that's awesome. Yeah, I would like to have seen that. Or some of the, you know, booklets or any of that stuff too would be pretty nice. Yeah, they would have to be like so thick to get some of that stuff in there with Gems and Fossils. It'd have to be a monster thick card, I would think. The Red Sox have, is this their third hit? I think the Red Sox got several hits in here. And there's a little Hanley Ramirez relic. And you got a red one, so that's nice. I always like it when they give us something other than just plain old white, which many of them seem to be. I thought one stuck to the back there. I don't know if it did or not, but if it did, we saw it going through the second time, so. buyback. Of course, you guys know anything that says Expos is going to go to the Washington Nationals because, of course, that's the current franchise of the Montreal Expos. They relocated and changed their name. Cards always stay with their franchise. All right, this is going to be putting us into box 6 of 6. So last box of this break coming up next. We did pull a printing plate out of one of the cases, so we did pull one pretty cool thing. Well, we've pulled more than one cool thing, but I mean, I'm just thinking about stuff that's outside of the normal, you know, mini autographs and mini relics and stuff like that. I'm just thinking of the little extra category things that you can pull. Was there, what did you ask me? Was there an is there an auto insurance? I don't know what you mean by auto insurance. Syndergaard for the Mets. Sometimes I'm a little slow on the uptake, Edward. You gotta try and rephrase that. My mind isn't picking up on it. Not in insurance. Oh, autocorrect is doing something to you. Okay. Oh, you're just asking, was there an autograph in that box? What was in that box? It was Ramirez and Ryan Braun and Tanaka, I think. So, no. But they don't, you know, guarantee you that you get an autograph per box. What it says is that you get 3 hits per box, actually. That's specifically what it says rather than me just trying to guess. So it can be an autograph card, a relic card, a printing plate, a rip card, or a booklet card. So any combination therein, just to make 3 hits per box. And sometimes it'll be a break and it'll seem like almost everything that comes out is an autograph. And other times you do a break and it seems like almost everything that comes out is a relic. Tonight probably feels like we have more relics than autographs, and we do have more relics. But one of the reasons that it probably feels that way is that 2 of our autographs are redemptions, you know? So it's like when you don't, at least for me, when I don't see it and like have the actual autographed card in my hand, it somehow doesn't register with me the same way as when I have it in my hand and say, oh yeah, there it is. All right, let's get some more packs opened up before we start buzzing through that. But Allen and Ginter is, you know, kind of unique in many senses. Because they have all the cards that aren't baseball cards that are in here, of course, every year. And then also, the way the hits are, they can be, a rip card counts as a hit as well. Beyond just what you would typically think of with the autograph and the relic hits. Whoops, laid that guy in the wrong spot. Oh, there's a little Johnny Bench. I love Johnny Bench. He's one of my favorite players. Johnny Bench and Hank Aaron are probably 2 of my favorite Hall of Fame type players. Bust Move. Another dude. And a constellation. That one is Aquarius. Whoops, we got somebody stuck behind Sanchez, and it was Francisco Lindor trying to hide out there behind that other card. Stephen A. Smith. Revolutionary Battle. Some announcer chick. How'd the Reds do tonight? Does anybody know what the score was? And there's a hit for the Mets with David Wright. Yeah, no score for the Reds. All right. Well, they've had a hard go of it lately, so it's not like I have to worry about us being in the hunt for anything. I was just curious. I'll look it up on ESPN later. Wow, 11-3 Reds. Nice. Thank you, Eric. I can't believe that. That is, that's like crazy good. Why do I have some of these? Half of these are like backwards. What is going on right there? Dang, is that all Joey Votto? I'm sure it's not all Joey Votto, but Winker's been hitting well lately, our little rookie Winker, and Billy Hamilton always hits pretty well, although he doesn't homer all that much. Oh, a grand slam. Sweet. Nice. Go Reds. They need to have a few games like that because, man, they have been just getting the crud kicked out of them since the All-Star break for the most part. I'm glad to see that they are having a good game tonight. Thank you, Eric, for that score update. That makes me very happy. Well, come on out of there, Minnie. Where are you? Where is our little... Where is it? Where is our Minnie? Huh, okay. There's not a Minnie in that one. It'll come flying out of there when I try to pick it up and sort it, and you know that's what's going to happen. Yeah, when I'm not doing breaks, I can usually catch most of the Reds games on Fox Sports South, but of course, any time that I'm doing a break, pretty much from, I don't know, a little bit before 8 o'clock on, I'm usually tied up either with trying to invoice, or sometimes I'm listing or getting the spreadsheet ready or whatever, and I usually can't have anything on in the background or it'll cause me to get everything all messed up. Or some minor on that constellation. Another Revolutionary Battle. A little Dansby Swanson relic. And you got some yellow. Not just boring white. So that's pretty cool for the Braves. Oh, I see our next hit. The stack broke right at the hit. It's going to be a nice one. You're going to like it. Oh, well, it's Mancini. Okay, I looked down, saw the Oriole, and I thought maybe we had Manny Machado. Instead, we have Trey Mancini, but still, that's still a nice little hit for the Orioles with the Trey Mancini. I just saw the Oriole on the cap, and I figured it was going to be Manny Machado, but we still like Trey Mancini. And of course, we will recap all of our hits as soon as we buzz through the last little bit of this. Okay, let's take a look at what we have procured out of here. Oh, and you know what? I've got to go to the checklist too. I mean, we know where these are going to go, but I do always go to the checklist. So let me get that done right now. And there is, on Panini, when we go, it tells us what a card's going to be numbered to, but it doesn't say that on Topps. But anywho, give me 1 second here while I jump over into the checklist. That is mini autographed black frame parallel. All right, that'll be 100 miles down this checklist. Mini short prints, mini cloth. We pulled a mini cloth, too. I forgot about that. Out of that first case, it was George Brett. So we have pulled some extra stuff. All right, why can I not find you on here? Kris Bryant. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, so of course we knew that was the Cubs, but, you know, I'm going to go look, and then I did, and now it's done, and we can move onward and upward. And Stephen A. Smith, of course, he's an announcer, so he is non-baseball celebrity. And this is just on the sleeve. I'm not writing on your card, because that offended someone a little while back, so I'm writing on the sleeve now. So non-baseball celebrity Stephen A. Smith, redemption. Our nice little hit for the Cubbies with the Kris Bryant mini autographed black frame parallel. That's a pretty good little hit. Our rip card, Ken Griffey Jr. for the Mariners. This one is number 13 of 60. Another nice hit. Anytime you get a rip card, it's a nice hit. We'll just say that right up front. The Orioles with a little Trey Mancini autograph. Dansby for the Braves, relic. David Wright for the Mets, relic. Tanaka for the Yankees, relic. Mini relic, I should say. Ryan Braun for the Brewers, relic. Hanley Ramirez, Red Sox, relic. Freddie Freeman for the Braves, relic. Beer Mile Runner Dude, relic, which is, I call him a dude. I shouldn't do that because we have a category for dudes. So this is just Beer Mile Runner relic. That, of course, goes to the non-baseball celebrity category. George Springer relic for the Astros. Signature for the Red Sox with Stephen Wright. There's Mr. Manny Machado. Relic for the Orioles. Javier Baez relic for the Cubbies. Polanco relic for the Pirates. Gary Stevens, a little jockey relic. That goes to non-baseball celebrity. And Xander Bogaerts relic for the Red Sox. So that wraps up this case of, this half case of Allen and Ginter. Second half of this, again, I think breaks on Friday night. In between, we have some Stadium Club and some Topps Chrome and goodness knows what else. Bunch of other stuff. So as always, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you bidding with me, breaking with me, updating me on the red scores, chatting with me and all of that. So I hope that I will see you again soon for another break. In the meantime, have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.